They're looking at the Olaf. I think this is such a good pickup when you have the Lulu to back it up as well.
And the timing as well, right before the second phase of bans, so you can protect it if you really want to.
Yeah, it's so punishing for Perfect here. But it is just going to be Ahri into Aurora. Is it Kled or Jax? That's the question. It's going to be Kled from Perfect. So we saw this into the Olaf before and ended up winning. So Perfect's been practicing it and was ready for the situation. I hope he is bluffing. I mean, he is bluffing.
He is.
But I hope he is bluffing.
There's that sign that's basically just like, do not pick Shyvana. Graves? I'd rather see Graves, but Skarner might just be the choice here.
Yeah, and I feel like in terms of the meta picks we see, it was kind of like that or Pantheon. They opt to go for the Skarner instead. A pretty bulky front line to cut through.
And Perfect has gone for the Ignite. We're seeing a lot more variance in our top laners and their summoners. As that's a level 1 Olaf. Zeus is going pretty deep for this. Perfect is nearby. Zeus very much committed to the play now, as he is looking for the kill onto Cuz. And now he's just going to turn around and get out of there. So he burns the flash of Cuz, and now we got Kanavi on his Raptors.
So Olaf obviously, seen a bit of a heavy trade bot.
Yeah, a bit of one. Gio getting pretty low. He's going to have to use the barrier.
It's a pretty heavy hit. We do see Cuz going for this counter invade.
Maybe trying to dive mid. The BDD is below half health. And Skarner can do some nice damage early on, especially if they hit some CC as they are looking for BDD. He does go invisible and just runs away from Kanavi in this lane. But again, shouldn't be too big of a deal. Shouldn't be. That is going to be the undertow that does come in, and now Perfect going back on the Skarl, flashes away from the potential undertow, and now it's Olaf, Zeus, who flashes away. We do have Kanavi up on the top side of the map. So now Perfect doesn't have his flash, just got back on Skarl, and is going to try to trade into Zeus and look for the kill with the Ignite as he's ticking down. Oh, but the Triumph, and he will survive in the play.
That was so close, though. Pretty scary play to go for. Zeus just surviving there. And Perfect, pretty unfortunate.
Now BDD went in for a trade. He's getting a ton of damage.
But now a big deficit in the top lane. They're actually looking to contest this. The Dragon's going to be gone.
I mean, oh, he stole it.
Oh, he actually got it.
Hit from outside of vision. And now Effort in trouble. That is a nice spell shield from Cuz just to survive against the Ahri. And now it's Giyu, who doesn't want to lose his summoners, just trying to run away from Kanavi. He will do that. Now we watch from Kanavi's point of view.
Flash is actually Flash Boulder Smite to get it. So a pretty heavy commit.
Volatile. It's so close. They're trying to bait Zeus in here, as they are going to get the Ragnarok and just trying to output as much damage as possible, but getting off Skarl is going to be enough, and now we got Skarner in here. The shield comes in from Zeus. He's going for the all-in. Once that kill on a Perfect. It's stones on time, and the stun from Kanavi is perfect as well. Double kill here for Zeus.
But aren't able to lock him down, obviously, because he's an Olaf, and aren't able to chase him for long enough. Oh, the
this
stun!
Time BDD can't get away from it, even the Impale, just to make sure, as it all comes down, but he will not gain enough space, and Kanavi has been everywhere.
Game
you weren't familiar with this game? I think you are familiar, though.
I am familiar with this game, but you need to remind me. Here, the ult comes in that stops even the pullback on the stall. He makes sure he gets the ult in before that actually connects. And then turning it around here, the axe damage is so big. He gets so low, but he knows Kled has to die before the remount. Nice. And then the stun from Kanavi comes through.
And we are having a challenge here, but Cuz is going to get it. And here comes Kanavi. There was no spell shield left, so Cuz just has to flash the wall. coming up to the top lane. They're really trying to punish Perfect here, but guess who's in the wings? It is Cuz, and a TP's going to come in as well. So they were ready for this one, trying to kill the Olaf once again, but Perfect, the first one to go down. Nice spell shield from Cuz, but he still doesn't get the kill. Zeus will not go down in this game. And here's Kanavi again, of course. Of course Kanavi is here. As Impale comes in, the charm is there, and BDD tries and fails. The whole top side of KT is 0-7 right now.
I lost Skull.
Jungle div.
Oh no.
Oh god. Well, Perfect's effort's dead rather, and that's going to be a kill over to Guma.
Guys, I think Jiwoo.
They're like, you know, the top side of the map is fed. Let's get the bottom side of the map fed. Or maybe just give the kill to Olaf again. Might as well, as Zeus will pick up his 4th of the game.
That's a lot.
Kind of unheard of.
That's a lot.
They're trying to take some Magi stacks away. That is an Ari. He's going to go straight into the Kled. Flash comes in, and he gets away. I think we all could have expected that. And now here's the rest of the team, which we have seen a lot of in this one, as the ult is going to hit Guma. He's getting pretty low, gets knocked up, but the Wild Growth is there. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink into him, but Kanavi just stays alive. And Stowe does Zeka. They're trying to take down Perfect before Skarl. Not going to get it, as in goes Perfect, picks up the kill. And now they're looking for Zeka as well. Might just have enough damage. He doesn't have any more mobility. And that is a kill given over to BDD as well.
A huge win for KT then, overstep, and importantly,
especially when the rest of her kit is...
Well, unless you're playing Jax, then you can dodge auto attacks, but, you know, he's not in this game. They picked Kled instead.
Jiwoo's dead. Yeah, he's super gone. They had, like, a backup plan as well. Kanavi was there. Perfect's going to get away from the Impale at the very least.
Something. So they have no vision there. It's the Charm Flash just to give little time as possible for Jiwoo to react. Can't flash the Charm if it's like basically in melee range. Something you take them out. I think Zeus just stat checks everyone.
Speaking of which, he is going to ghost in here because it's like, oh god, I guess I'm the sacrifice, and that he is. Might be some other sacrifices, but they do get away. I feel like they had a better
There's a TP
last
flank.
game. Yeah, the TP flank does come in. You're right. The Olaf is still there as they are going in onto the Ari. 2 people are already dead as HLE take a giant red hammer that's Olaf-shaped and smash them over the head with it. This game has been over for a very long time, but Zeka's going to top it off with a nice little milestone here. 2,500 assists, the 5th mid to do so here in the LCK. As down will go the Nexus, HLE win